about yajibu as-siyamu, this fasting becomes wajib on ala kulli muslimin baligin aqilin qadirin muqimin ghayra musafirin khalin min al-mawani'. There are 6 conditions which applies for anyone to fast in the month of Ramadan. First of all, that person is Muslim. For the requirement of its acceptance. Just in case, if a person is not Muslim and he wants to fast, you don't stop them. Let them fast. You don't say, you are not Muslim, brother. You are not allowed to fast. You are like God. No. Even if he's not a Muslim, he is fasting and he decides to come and join us in iftar. Ahlan wa sahlan. Most welcome. There is a brother who fasted for 30 days in this masjid and then he accepted Islam on the Eid day. He was praying at Tarawih in the first line and he wasn't a Muslim at that point. Yes, his deeds were not accepted, but after Islam, alhamdulillah. So this is something important because the shart, the condition of Iman is not there. That's first. Second, al-bulugh. For someone to attain the puberty with the signs which we already know, for a child, the maximum it goes is 15 years old from Islamic calendar. Before that, there are signs. If any of them happens, then yes, they have to fast. Also, among those things, they are allowed to fast before. We should train them. When he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Muru abnaakum li salati li sab'in wadribuhum alayha li 'ashr wa farriqu baynahum fil madaji'." That order your children to pray by the age of 7, and if they don't, when they get 10, then they are supposed to be punished for that, reprimanded. So you can also start to train them how to fast. Though it may not be wajib, but if they fast, they will be rewarded and you will also be. So al-bulugh, qadiran. Qadir means that medically you are able to fast. So you may be a grown-up person, but for medical reasons, medical conditions make you not be able to fast. So you don't have to fast. I will leave it to the questions when it comes, what type of sickness and what, and if you ask me, I will answer it, inshallah. So, he has to be someone who is qadir. Al-aql, that he is a person who is sane, in mind. Meaning that he is not someone whose mind is lost, he is someone who knows what is happening around him. He is someone who has intellect, who has got aql. Allah has created him a normal person. If for some reason which does not happen, then he is not fasting. If he wants to fast and he knows a little bit, whatever, but he is not required to. Next one, khalin min al-mawani'. That it is not something where you are prohibited from fasting, and that only applies for sisters in the time of the menstruation and also at the time of their postnatal bleeding. An yakuna muqiman, to be someone who is a resident, not someone who is traveling. Musafir. For a musafir, he does not need to fast, though the scenario is one of the three. Either he is able to fast easily, for in this case it is better for him maybe to fast. The second one is that he may go through hardships while traveling and fasting, but not so much. So the sunnah here is for him the sunnah for him is not to fast. If he fasts, it's okay. The third one is that this person will go through extreme hardships and difficulties while fasting. For him, it will become haram for him to fast while traveling. So 6 conditions which we mentioned makes a person fast. Also among those things we know is when the person will start to fast on the first night with suhoor. Tasahharu fa inna fi suhoori barakah. Take your suhoor because it is a blessing from Allah Azza wa Jalla. Many meanings to that. So the suhoor takes place anytime from after Isha till before Salatul Fajr. Taking suhoor is not wajib. There are many people who may not take suhoor, or they will only take water or water and dates. That's fine, alhamdulillah, no problem to that. Izan tasahharu fa inna fi suhuri barakah. Also among those things when you start to fast, ta'khir al-suhur wa ta'jil al-iftar. To take the suhoor as late as possible and to do the iftar as early as the time starts. Many people they think when the adhan starts you have to wait for the adhan to finish and then you make dua and then you start your iftar. هذا مخالف للسنة. This is not sunnah. The sunnah is the moment the time for adhan has started, that is the time for you to break your fast. The muazzin will keep on giving adhan and you eat and eat with the muazzin. It's okay. This is the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The leeway being given from the time which is given as the sunset. Say for example, for tonight it is 7:58. Some they give up to 5 minutes, so they will make it 8:03, and some they give up to 2 minutes or more. We have been giving 2 minutes. And it is very practical and acceptable because the time which is the standard, you will find it on internet. If you follow it up all year round and every day you look, there will be days where the sun is still about to go down and the time which is there online yet to set down. For various reasons, because the sun can fluctuate between year to year and few things. So some they say no, minimum 3 minutes, some they say 2 minutes. However, there are others who give 5 minutes. So those who have given 5 minutes and those who have given less, the reason I focus on that is that we go over the board without understanding the science behind it, and then we start to talk. So it's not really what you may be possessed with, or that is not what you possess in order to talk like this. So next time when you know there is a difference in time, you do understand why it is. Very much acceptable Islamically, but just in case if you go to some place and they give 5 minutes, and you have seen with your very own eyes that the sun has disappeared down, you have no doubt to that, that is where the start of the iftar happens. You don't wait for that time which has been given to you at that point. But if you haven't seen whatever it is, you go with that, it's okay. Barakallahu fikum. So also the niyyah, the intention is in your heart. In your heart. There is no wordings as per the sunnah which you have to say when making intention. So when people they say nawaitu laka sawma gadan, that I am intending to fast tomorrow, this is not the way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. His intention was always in the heart. The only place where you find the words which you utter is for Umrah and Hajj, and nothing, and for nowhere else. Be it your everyday salah, be it your wudu, be it your siyam or zakah or anything. Intention is naturally what you are doing, you know what you are doing, that is your intention. Simply just like that. At the time of iftar, there are those ad'iyah or dua which is not authentically verified, meaning that they are not authentic. Verified and not authentic. Then there is dua which is authentic, such as ذهب الظما وابتلت العروق وثبت الأجر inshallah. So this is the dua you make, and with that you can make any dua you want. It's okay. Not that you just make that one dua. You start with Bismillah, of course. And to focus on making dua at that point of the iftar is very important, just before iftar. Make as much dua as possible. This is something very, very important. Making dua before iftar. Once you finish, you eat whatever, and then you pray Maghrib and Isha, and you pray your Taraweeh or Tahajjud. And whatever extra you want to do, mashallah.